going on YouTube? Lost Gamer 8519. Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a long time since I made a pickups video, so here I am. But within that month or so since my last one, I have been picking up a good amount of games, and it's been piling up in the game room. So it's time for me to make a video. Honestly, I just haven't felt the urge to make any new pickup videos, but or any videos in general, not just pickup videos. If you guys watched my last video that I posted, it's a pretty old video. I made that in like beginning of October, and I'm just now uploading it because I forgot all about it. Pretty much given up on the flea markets this year. Just don't have the time for it. I just don't, my schedule, my work schedule, and that just doesn't work well. So I'm just giving it up for the year. I'm trying to get through playing a lot of the games I do have, but with that being said, I still managed to pick up a shit ton of games. Two pretty decently sized piles right here, which I'm about to go through and show you guys. So most of these games from all over the place. I've been picking up some limited run stuff, some stuff from GameStop, the Retro Store, and a lot of imports, which I've actually been working on these import games throughout the entire summer, which I'll explain once I get to that part. But first, let's go ahead and start with this. This was, I believe, a recent pickup about a week or two ago. I picked up the Mafia III Collector's Edition. This actually went on sale for $30, so it ended up being $32 shipped, which was very nice. $2 shipping, you don't see that very often, especially with the weight of this Collector's Edition. It's a pretty big size Collector's Edition. It has some pretty cool editions as well. Off the top of my head, I do not remember. I know they come with some vinyls and some other shit. But the game itself, I've heard mediocre things about the game, some mixed reviews, some good, some bad. But I'm willing to give it a try for $30. I really don't want to get a lot of collector's editions anymore due to the fact that they take up so much fucking space. But for $30, I couldn't pass that up when it's retailed about $150, $140, $150. So, it's worth a shot. If I end up not liking the game at all and I just want to get some of my money back, which I'm pretty sure I can get all of my money back if I do decide to get rid of it and sell it, that's what I'll do. But I don't even know when I'll get to that game, but very happy to get it. It's always nice to see a collector's edition go on sale every so often. These two games I actually picked up this past weekend at the Retro Gaming Store. I was on Facebook, and usually they post all their weekend deals or promotions on their page. And I don't remember the last time they've had a good promo or sale, like a buy two get one, a buy one get one. They used to do it like at least once a month, but I haven't seen shit over the past year. But they actually had a buy one get one free sale today, so I decided to stop in, take a look around. I was going through the cheaper games and stuff like that, trying to get more games I didn't have from my original Xbox collection. But after thinking about it a little bit, I thought this would be a great time or a great opportunity to pick up a more uncommon, expensive game and get another one for free. So basically, it's like half the price. So I went that route because this game right here, this first game, I've been wanting for a long time for my collection. I'm not sure, it's very uncommon. I'm pretty sure you can find it online. Well, that's any game, but in my area, I haven't seen this. And when I do see it, I've seen it maybe once or twice. The outer slip covers is beat to shit. So I actually found a decent copy of the Grand Theft Auto double pack for the original Xbox. This was $17.99. I believe they had that marked at, which I've been wanting to get this for a long time. But like I said, I've never came across a good or decent condition copy. Most of the time, the outer slip cover is all fucked up, or this reflective material is all flaking out or torn. It's not in perfect shape. There's still some dings on it. But I'm still happy with what I paid for it. And actually, one of the games, the Grand Theft Auto 3 itself, is still sealed. Has been open. The Vice City has been open, but it's pretty much in mint condition. Looks like it only got played once, so very happy about that. Finally get to add this to my collection. This is one of the things that's been on my want list for the OG Xbox collection for a long time, so very happy to finally get it. And the next one is the Predator Concrete Jungle. I believe this one's called, yeah. I haven't seen this game in a while up until now. Not a big Predator fan at all, but it was within the buy one get one free sale, so I ended up getting this one for free. It came out to be around 20 bucks, so $10 a game, not bad, especially for the double packs. I honestly don't know how much this goes for online, but I haven't seen this in my area that often as well, so it might be worth more than that. I don't know. Anybody who knows, let me know about that. So up next, a bunch of GameStop games. They had a very nice promo a little while back, about a month ago, and it's like 4 for 10 if it's under $5, and I think it's 4 for 20 if the game is under 10 or something like that. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are familiar with that promo. It lasted for, I think, just a weekend or maybe a week. I don't know. But I went through, I think, 3 or 4 GameStops within the driving range of my area, and another one out of town in a different city. And I just went through all their Wii games because I had a feeling that this would be the best time for me to buy Wii games. I was trying to get the cheaper ones, the ones I didn't have for my collection. I'm not the biggest Wii fan, but there is some pretty good titles I would like to have for my collection that I want to try and play. And I was pretty lucky to find some of these games. Most of them are all Wii games. I have one Vita game that I picked up, which was Unit 13. This was, I believe, part of the 4 for 10 deal or something like that. Or actually, no, for 4 for 20, whatever. It's all in part of the deal, whatever. I had this game a long time ago, I believe, when I first got my Vita, but I sold it off. I haven't seen this game since, but now that I go to the GameStop, they're pretty much everywhere. But when I was looking for it, I've never seen it. So very happy to get this back in the collection. I'm still trying to beef up my Vita collection. I'm starting to focus more on collecting for that system, especially with the limited print games that's been coming out lately from like Asia Soft and Play Asia and stuff like that. They're releasing a lot of physical Vita games that I would like to add to my collection. So yeah, anyways, so first off, Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. I'm really trying to avoid buying RPGs of any system unless it's really, really cheap. There's something about collecting for the Wii. I don't know what it is. I don't play a lot of Wii. I barely touch my Wii U. And I don't know, there's just something about the titles on the Nintendo Wii. There's like a good amount of titles that I do want to try at least once and play before I don't find them ever again. And I know majority of these titles you can find at a GameStop for a relatively cheap price, and it's always good to try to get it when there's a promotion going on. This one I've been trying to find for a while, Zack and Wiki. Quest for Barbaros Treasure, I believe that's how you say it. I've seen a lot of YouTubers pick this up back in the day, and I just never see it in my area. I don't know why. I believe it's a pretty common game, so very happy to get that. Centipede Infestation, I thought this was a pretty cool looking game, just basically like a 3D shooter of Centipede. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with Centipede. Final Fantasy Echoes of Time, I thought I had this game, but I have the other Final Fantasy game. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, very happy to get that. Don't know if I'll ever play it. This game I thought was pretty interesting, so I definitely had to pick it up. It's Real Heroes Firefighter. Looks very interesting playing as a firefighter in first person. So I thought the concept was pretty interesting. And last is the Monkey King, The Legend Begins. It's like a horizontal shooter. It's not a bullet hell or anything by any means. It's like one of your basic side-scrolling shooters. There's another one that I don't have for the Wii. I can't think of it at the top of my head. There's another shooter. There's not a bunch of shooters on the Wii, but this one I've seen all over the place, but I finally decided to get it. So moving on to the more heavy hitter titles and stuff here, the limited run stuff like that. I picked up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 limited run games. I believe it was September. Yeah, September was the month, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they did a lot of releases in October. September was a heavy month for limited run games. They pretty much released a couple games every single week of the month, and it was like starting to get to a point like, damn, I can't be dropping 35 or 30, $60 on these games. But there were actually a lot of good games that I was interested in throughout that time frame. So I had to pick it up to give it a try because I'm not gonna pay the fucking eBay double price for these games in the future. So let's start with Jotun. I believe that's what it's called or pronounced. I've read on YouTube it's pronounced Jotun or something like that. But this looks like a pretty cool game. This game sold out in like the first 3-4 minutes. It was less than 5 minutes this game sold out. I remember I was at home and I got out of work at like 6:30 and I was tired as shit. And I believe the limited run games, they go live at 10 a.m. or some shit like that. But I had to set my alarm to wake myself up to get this game. I still have not even opened the fucking game yet. Next is The Flame in the Flood. I was very interested in this one because it is a survival game. I really enjoy playing survival games. Maybe it's just me liking games like with zombie related games. You have to survive and look for supplies and stuff like that to stay alive. I thought this was a pretty interesting one because it's basically the same concept. Yeah, I've watched a few videos, gameplay videos, stuff like that. It definitely does look interesting. This will be the next game I will play after I played this other limited run game. But very happy to get that. Next is Nero Voider. Pretty much a twin stick shooter. Don't know much about it. This one I actually paid a little more than the retail price. I got this off eBay. I believe I paid like $40, which is still a pretty decent price. A lot of people were selling their games of their copies of this game for like 60, 55. This one was actually opened and pre-owned. I talked to the seller. He said he played it maybe twice. All the extra shit he included with it, and the game was in immaculate shape. I got it for just $10-15 over the retail price, which is not bad. And it's Ask to Breed. Very happy to get this. I'm still kicking myself ever since I missed the actual release of this game on limited run. So I had to resort to going to eBay to getting this copy. Awesome shoot 'em up. I've played maybe an hour of it so far. I really haven't had the time to actually let this sink in and really dive into it and really enjoy it. I've just been playing it in like small spurts. I first heard this game from Derek H, and I saw his gameplay footage on it, and it completely sold on me. And during that time, when Limited Run was coming out with this game, I was not keeping up with Limited Run games at all. So it just flew over my head, and I was like, fuck, I missed it. So ever since then, I've been trying to keep up with Limited Run just in case another shoot 'em up gets a physical release, because I would love to get all the shoot 'em ups if possible. And last but not least, this was the most recent one, and it's Absolute Drift Zen Edition. I've been playing this game a lot for the past 3-4 days. Very, very fun game. Very relaxing as in regards to like some of the missions you do, like the ones that are you can just free roam around the world and stuff and do the little missions around the world. Very relaxing. The music, I really like the music as well because it really fits into the whole Zen idea. It's very chill, just kicking back and drifting and shit like that. But when you play the tracks where you have to complete certain objectives and stuff like that, that can get pretty fucking frustrating, especially if you don't have the technique of controlling your drift down yet, which I don't, because it's all about controlling the gas and it's not all about speed. You really have to take your time with your drift to control the car. The mechanics is very detailed. You gotta take the time to kind of master your drift. You can pick different cars as well, and I'm not sure if the cars are different. I've just been using the original one, the car right here, which is basically the same car from Initial D, the AE86 Torino, the Toyota Corolla. Pretty much, very fun game. All right, so moving along, Raiden 5 Director's Cut. Very happy to get this. I missed out on the Xbox One release. I believe I can still get it now, brand new, but it's still pretty expensive. I was thinking about actually just saying fuck it and buying it because I really wanted it for the Xbox One. But I'm glad I didn't because I was on Twitter and I seen somebody mention that there was going to be a Director's Cut release coming out for the PS4. It comes with the soundtrack stuff, I believe. But I'm glad I waited. I'm fine with it being on the PS4. I would have preferred it on the Xbox One, but still very happy to get it. I bought it the moment it was released from Best Buy. For some reason, I thought it was only on Amazon at first, but then I looked on Best Buy and they had it there, so which is very good for me because I could use the Gamers Club Unlock to get that discount. So very happy to use that to get this for a little bit cheaper. Yeah, I'm pretty ashamed that I still have not opened this game yet. It's still sealed. I'm still stuck on playing Absolute Drift over there and playing some games on the Xbox One. So I haven't had the chance to get to this just yet, but I know I will because I mean it's a shoot 'em up. It's gonna get played. It's not gonna take loads of time, so I'm gonna get to it in the near future. I'm pretty sure. So the last amount of games here. So I'm gonna give you a little backstory on these import games. So earlier this year, pretty much around the beginning or a month into the summertime, it was in the summer, I decided to sell all my RPGs in my collection. Not all of it. I know I still have some left. A lot of the ones I did sell was off the PS2, the PS3, some PS1 RPGs, some RPGs for the Wii, etc. Just from all platforms, all consoles, all around basically. And the reason why I decided to do that was because I'm at that point still right now where I do not have time to play RPGs. So I decided to take that route. I was really into shooters at that time. I'm still into shoot 'em ups right now. Shoot 'em ups is my favorite gaming genre right now because it's just so easy to pick up and play. Very fun to play because there's so much shit going on and it's a challenge. Not all of them are easy. Majority of them will take time to learn, to practice, and get skilled at. So I really enjoy that aspect of it as well. Decided to sell my RPGs and pretty much cut down on my collection with RPGs and use that money to fund my import shoot 'em ups here. I did purchase a Japanese PS2 from the homie Mr. Do 206. Shout out to him for hooking me up with that. But as of late, I've been having some trouble with the system, with the laser not reading discs. And at one point, it was reading some, not reading others. So I decided to go ahead and buy a new laser to replace the one that's in the system now. Now I'm at this situation where the laser disc will only read CD-based games. The blue PS2 games, those are CD-based. And I only have 2 games that are DVD-based or DVD-ROM based, and it doesn't read those games. So I'm still in the process of figuring that out. I don't know if I need to buy another laser or if I bought a wrong laser. I don't know where I'm at with that right now. But for the most part, it's reading about 90% of my games. Most of these games are CD-ROM based anyway, so I'm very happy about that. The 2 games that aren't, I'm still a little bummed out about that. I'm still going to try to find a way to get my PS2 to read those games as well. Importing games is not cheap. A lot of these games are not cheap. They range from as low as 20, 25 bucks to as high as 60, 70, 80 bucks. And there's also some shoot 'em ups on the PS2 that's $100+. There's some at $200. I believe Ibarra is the most expensive one. I could be wrong, but it's pretty fucking expensive for Ibarra, which I still want to get in the future if I can ever raise the funds. But at this point in time, I got 2, 4, 6, 7 shoot 'em ups and another import game that I'm very happy to get, but I can't play it at the moment because of the laser issue. So let's go ahead and start with that first. That's Initial D Special Stage. This is pretty much basically a port of the arcade game. I'm pretty sure. I have Initial D on PS3, which is a terrible game. I love the series, but that game itself, the gameplay, I just really didn't like. Didn't feel like a racer at all. It just felt it was bad. This game I've seen reviews of, and a lot of people say this is pretty much the direct port of the arcade version, the old arcade version that I used to play back in the day when I was like in high school and shit. So this is throwback. Very happy to get this. This was actually fairly cheap. This was 15 bucks shipped from Japan, which is a really good price for an import game. So very happy to get it. I still want to play this game. I just gotta figure out how to get it to read on my PS2. The rest of these games, I'm not gonna dive too far into them because I haven't really spent too much time on them. Played, a few minutes of each, or maybe 20, 30 minutes of each. Strikers 1945 1 and 2. Very happy to get this. I'm a big fan of the Strikers series. I have the Strikers games on Nintendo. I recently found the Strikers for the PS1. I'm sitting right next to it. If I can find the shit, Strikers 1945 right here. So very happy to get the import of Strikers 1945 1 and 2. Next is, I believe, let me say this shit right. This is Trigger Heart Excelica Enhanced. Bullet hell shooter. Most of these are going to be bullet hell shooters because that's my favorite type of shoot 'em up, is a vertical bullet hell shooter. With the exception of Akai Katana, that's my favorite horizontal bullet hell shooter. But anyways, Trigger Heart Excelica Enhanced. Pretty decent game. Pretty challenging. I had a rough time with the first stage on this game, if I remember right. I haven't played it again ever since then because I've been having laser issues. This, I believe, is the cheapest of the bunch, most common one, I believe, but still a very fun one. It's 12 Stag, I believe that's how you say it. XII Stag, I'll call it 12 Stag. Fuck it. Very cool shoot 'em up. Not a bullet hell, but still pretty fun. Omira. This game is fucking hard. I was playing and I just got irritated with this game for some reason. Still a very cool game though. I need to put more time into this. Maybe I just wasn't completely focused on it, but this game, yeah, it kind of pissed me off. So this is the hamster release of Sonic Wings. I saw this mentioned in the homie Tom's video, the Golden Age Gamer. He mentioned this in one of his videos, so I had to look it up and try it to get it myself. Sonic Wings, I don't know the history behind Sonic Wings. It's an old game that they re-released here for the PS2. These hamster release games are pretty damn expensive, but it has so many cool extra shit that they give you with the game, so I thought that was pretty cool. There's another one, another hamster release that I want to get, but it's still pretty expensive. I believe it's Thundercross. Thundercross is still near the $100 range, I believe. So can't afford that shit yet. But Sonic Wings, very happy to have that. I don't know how I'm gonna say this shit right. Cyvariar, the Ultimate Final. This is a crazy ass bullet hell. This is the other DVD ROM based disc that is not reading with the new laser, but this is one of the first imports that I purchased when I first got the Japanese PS2, and it actually read this game. So I spent a decent amount of time playing this. Very fun shooter. I want to get back into this, but I'm still fighting that situation. So very happy to get this. The more pricier ones of the bunch. Very happy to get it. And last but not least is Shinryu. I believe that's how you pronounce this one. Very cool shoot 'em up as well. I wouldn't technically say is a bullet hell. There's some games that's like mid-range bullet hell because there's not like a shit ton of bullets on screen, but it's a good amount where you still feel a little flustered. This is one of those games. Still very enjoyable. There's not a lot of shoot 'em ups that I can say that is pretty much terrible, except for yeah, what the hell is that game? It's on the 360. Odemity is excellent. Is garbage. That's probably the only shoot 'em up I've played that I completely don't fucking like at all. So yeah, there's gonna be some shooters that I like more than others. There's gonna be some where I think that they aren't up to par and such. But most of these games, with the exception of Homura, which that one actually irritated me, all of these import shooters are very good games. Very happy to get them. I'm still planning on getting more. Oh shit, don't drop them. So here's all my imports so far. I only have 6, 7, what was that? 8 imports from 7 shooters. But I'm still in the process of trying to get more. Next year, my goal is to try to get a Japanese Xbox 360 because there's a shit ton of shoot 'em ups for that system as well. So it's going to be, you know, baby steps. It's going to be taken in order for me to make that happen. But what I'm working with now, I'm happy I have a Japanese PS2 system and I can dive into the shoot 'em ups library for the PS1 and the PS2. There's still more out there. I found most of these through the website that Tom mentioned to me. I think it's the Racket Boy site or something like that. A very informative site. They pretty much break down all these shooters. What's good, what's bad, the mechanics, what's changed from previous ones. So it's a very informative. So very happy that he pointed me in that direction so I can pick and choose which games I want to get. So I don't drop like mad money on just a game and I end up not liking it at all. So yeah, very happy to have that. So that's all my games I picked up over the past couple months. It's been a lot. I can finally catalog this shit and not have it sitting out. That shit's just fucking annoying. So thanks again, you guys, for watching. Thank you for sitting here for 20 plus minutes. I knew it was gonna end up being longer than I wanted it to, but you know, there's a lot of stuff I was wanting to show you guys. So until the next video, guys, my next pickups video probably won't be until Black Friday. I still have no plans on Black Friday. I don't even know what games I want to buy. But I think right now the ads are still slowly coming out, so I'm gonna plan accordingly. So yeah, I hope everybody here on YouTube is still doing good. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you guys again for watching. Thanks for the support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I apologize for not commenting on everybody else's videos. I have been watching, by the way. I just haven't been commenting because I'm just a lazy asshole. And I just want to watch the videos and whatever. My apologies. So Lost Gamer 8519, thanks again. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Have a good fucking day. And peace.